Hi guys, I really wanted to make a build like this. It's dirt cheap, perfect for a starting point after the campaign, and with it you can easily farm currency and gear so you can transition to other builds. The build itself is incredibly cost efficient, only 10 exalt, so you're not gonna have any issues whatsoever. Also, I would like to say that you have to be level 70 to make this build, but I don't think that's a problem. Now let's talk about the items. First we are gonna start with the armor. Always first buy the armor. We are searching for high energy shield, double res. Here I was a bit lucky, I also got a lot of intelligence. I bought the armor without quality, I didn't put quality for the sake of the video. I bought it without sockets, I just made the sockets and I socketed with 2 iron runes. The second thing that you have to buy are the boots, high energy shield, double res. Again, socketed with iron rune for 1 exalt, double res with movement speed. I don't think it's possible, but that is the reason why it does not have movement speed. I also want to say for the armor and for the boots, high energy shield. Our energy shield comes mainly from there, we cannot make exceptions there. For the rings, we need a lot of flat lightning damage. You search for a lot of flat lightning damage, and everything else is a bonus. If you can find extra stats, that's good. If you can find resistances with extra stats, that's even better. All stats, even more. But whatever we can find. The one thing that is a must, very high flat lightning damage. On the other ring as well, here we got a bit lucky because we also have fire damage, a lot of dexterity, and cold resistance. For the amulet, all attributes and another attributes. Some resistances are good, mana, life, we don't need life, and that's it. Now for the helmet and the stuff, I had a situation where I tried for 1 hour to buy a helmet with 18 elemental resistances, but since I'm making this video at 3 AM in the morning, I couldn't buy, so I'm using mine. The difference is that there is quality on it, but the quality is giving me something like 16 energy shield, something like that. The resistances are even worse, and I didn't put any runes inside intentionally to show you that even without them on the helmet and on the gloves, we almost capped our resistances. Chaos does not matter because we are immune to chaos from the skill tree. That being said, you want a helmet with 18 to all elemental resistances, it goes for 1 exalt. 19 and 20, maybe you can be lucky, but you socket it, and depends on how many resistances you have. In the end, you can socket it with either fire, cold, or lightning resistance. We are using this helmet because of lightning damage from hits contributes to freeze buildup instead of shock chance. It's really good for mapping. We are doing mainly lightning damage, and our lightning damage is actually freezing the enemies. So that's the main part why we are using it, and it's amazing. For the stuff, I had same situation. There is some guy who is buying all the stuffs and I couldn't buy normal stuff. So I'm using the one which I use to level up my characters through the campaign. This one is corrupted with cold damage, but you don't need that. Just go for 1 exalted or version and double socket it, put 2 lightning runes, and after that you can ramp up the quality, but it's not mandatory. And for the last item, we have gloves. Again, we are searching for very high flat lightning damage and double res. Everything else is a bonus. That being said, it's really good to look for better offers. Like for example, here I have a lot of intelligence. If you have also, instead of intelligence or instead of life, you have mana on kill, it would be even better because if you have mana on kill, you don't have to drink flasks. So it's amazing. I left those 2 sockets. As you can see, my fire is not max, but I can put 1 fire rune and it will be maxed. And also, when you buy helmet with 14 elemental resistances, lightning will also be maxed, and you are left with 1 socket to do whatever you want. Even if your calculations are wrong a bit, then you can compensate with 1 more socket of resistances, which is like 12 resistance. Also, I almost forgot we have belt double res, and here with and strength. Also about the boots, you can see they are level 75, and I told you that you can start the build from 70. You can start it from 70. And I will make sure you have enough points for the skill tree. However, there are very few things that are a bit different. Still, you can get boots with same energy shield for level 65, that's not an issue. Now let's talk about the skills. For the basic attack, we have martial tempo, close combat, and behead. Guys, my gems are 18th level. Yours will be 16. There will be some difference in the damage, but it will not be so big. And also you get a level 17 at level 72, so the difference will not be that big at all. We are playing almost entirely with this skill. Stormwave, Upheaval, Primal Ornament, Lightning Infusion, and if you have Fourth Socket, Lightning Penetration. If you don't have, it's alright, but later you might want to make a socket and put lightning penetration. For Herald of Ice, we have elemental damage, cannot inflict ailments. Why? Because this helmet is helping us 90% of the time, but there is one thing that is actually making it worse, and that's Herald of Ice. Herald of Ice is not gonna chill or freeze, is gonna ignite, so we don't need to ignite nobody. Elemental Focus, Precision for more accuracy rating, and Cold Mastery. For Herald of Thunder, we have Ice Bite. Why? Because Herald of Thunder, in this situation, will freeze the enemies. So that's the reason why we have it. Magnified Effect and Lightning Mastery. We have Green Feast with absolutely nothing, and Tempest Bell with Overabundance, Heavy Swing, Rage. And for the skills, I think that's it. Pretty simple. Now the skill tree at level 70 looks like this. Keep in mind, guys, that I'm level 88, but I removed 18 points, so we are even with level 70. And for the Ascendancy points, we are going with Enhanced Effectiveness. If you have 4 points, you only go this road. If you have 6, you also want to take those 2. We don't have any jewels anywhere, because a decent jewel is 1 divine, and the whole point of this video is to make a dirt cheap build. So any jewel that you think will help you even a little bit is welcome, but I'm not gonna include jewels in this video. Now I'm gonna answer a few questions in advance. Can this build farm T15 maps? Yes, it can. It's shown in the video. All 3 maps are T15. Can it kill bosses on T15? Absolutely not. Because, guys, that's 10 Exalted Taurus build, and it is supposed to be like the perfect start so you can farm your gear and transition to stronger builds. If this was 10 Divine Orb build, it would be way different story. But we don't have Hoa here, we don't have many things. That being said, the build is amazing for what it does. Also, I have seen some guys which are making videos with Stormwave without this jewel, without this gem, with this, which are underperforming in any possible way, and I find it not fair to not to warn you that actually you are not gonna be so good versus bosses. And I'm not gonna be this kind of guy. I'm just telling you straight, honestly, what you can do, what you can't do. I hope you appreciate it. That will be all from me for today. I hope you like the build. I hope you like the video. If you want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. And also like and subscribe. See you guys.